Toasties, the heat good cornflakes, is proud to present
The Adventures of Gertrude Summertime Leiter in D Student Minor. Her name was Gertrude, but most called her Summertime. She was an energetic music ranger from the College of Complete Cadences, eager to start her first case. The school had gotten word that a D student minor was out on the streets busking away at all hours of the night and not resolving any of the leading tones. And the College of Complete Cadences had sent their best new ranger on down to Denver to investigate. Oh, summertime. Yeah, living is easy and the rivers are flowing and the cotton is high, oh so high. It was a cold rainy night when Summertime's train got to the station. Just as she exited, Summertime could see that two of the local lawmen were already waiting for her arrival. Six Fingers Keelan and Babyface Orton had been tracking the D student minor's chord progression by ear the last few nights, and had narrowed his movements down to the 1, the 4, the 5, and something else that wasn't quite sounding right. Now the two sheriffs had a feeling the D minor was going back to the 1, but having dealt with this type of self-taught busking outlaw before, Summertime had a hunch that the D minor's next move was the 7, leaving all the other tones unresolved in his wake. So Summertime suggested they all head that way instead, and off they rode into the night, into the cold and dark, and they were riding horses. They're riding horses, they're riding horses, they're riding horses in the night, and when they get off their horses, they're gonna be looking for a fight. They're riding horses, they're riding horses, they're riding horses in the night. And when they get off their horses, they're gonna be looking for a fight.
Say, what goes on at your house at breakfast? Well, you can take it from me. The best thing that can go onto your breakfast table is Post Toasties. From the first bite down to the last spoonful, that sweet kernel corn flavor makes your breakfast. So always ask for Post Toasties, the heat good cornflakes. Now back to
The Adventures of Gertrude Summertime Leiter in D Student Minor. Now, Summertime and the lawmen had been tracking some distance well past the witching hour when they had happened upon a location that seemed to be the source of the non-resolute sounds. It was right off the corner of Route and 7th Street, about 7 chords down the road, the infamous 7-7 Club. And the folks that played there rarely made it back to the 1 by closing time. Now, when Summertime, Six Fingers, and Babyface entered the club, they could clearly see the culprit up on stage. It was Davy Lee Bone. roughest, toughest, most self-taught buskin' outlaw this side of the semitone mountains. Music at the club just sounded off, and right as Davy's tune rounded out the next bar, Summertime grabbed her pistol and shot it, hitting an old chow hall bell right outside, just in time to resolve the leading tone and complete the cadence. Now, honky tonk had been outlawed recently on account of it being a gateway drug to bluegrass, and bluegrass is just playing blues while you're barefoot, and everybody knows that just ain't country. Well, anyways, Davy Lee was steaming after Summertime shot his melody right off the staff, and he knew that without a license for Theory 3 chords, there would soon be trouble to follow. But he wasn't about to let no one tell him nothing about music, so he called out, "Ain't nobody from nowhere gonna tell me nothing about music. I'm calling you out to a duel, little lady." Crowd gathered outside. Summertime and Davy Lee squared off at a postman's of the street in front of the club. It was clear that Davy Lee had been playing since 7 and had no intention of letting Summertime show him back to the one. No, ma'am. She was going to have to do this the hard way. As the tension rose, the two stared each other down, and the crowd fell silent with anticipation. Davy Lee shouted out, "Draw on 3, madam. 1, 2. A single gunshot rung out through the cold, crisp air as the audience gasped. Summertime had shot the gun right out of Davy Lee's hand, and with a cold, stark stare, she looked at him and said, "Sol to do, T to do, Ray to me, or it's wrong." The chow hall bell had rung out once again, completing the cadence of D minor. And as the surrounding crowd cheered, Davy somehow managed to scurry away without notice and hijacked a horse, riding quickly off into the night, never to be heard from again. But even though he had been defeated, many recalled that after the duel, Summertime had said even without completing all the leading tones, Davy Lee was still one of the best in the West.